it's very seldom you will find me agreeing with a cardinal. But I have to say, he gets my vote. I mean, in the name of Jesus, this does actually piss everybody off, because what a good King Wenceslas last looked out on the feast of Judith. I mean, what is this all about, for God's sake?
Well, I mean, for God's sake, quiet. Well, and where do we stop with this? I mean, what else are we going to start rewriting? I mean, We Three Kings becomes We Three Queens. I mean,
exactly. I mean, it's just, as I've always said, Dawn, it's somebody wakes up in the morning, climbs out of bed and says, right, how can I be completely buck stupid today? How can I come up with something that's really going to piss everybody off? And this is right up there with the top three, you know what I mean? But it will continue.
And who's
as long as we're in this sort of, as long as we're, as I've said to Dan, as long as we're still in this sort of weird woke world, then this kind of stuff will continue. And the best thing we can do is totally ignore it. Go to church, sing your lungs out, and then go to the pub and have a decent bottle of wine or 5-6 pints or whatever.
Right, OK, which brings us very neatly on to our other subject tonight, doesn't it? Which is ongoing healthcare strikes have led to beleaguered Brits being warned not to get merry over Christmas. Don't go drinking, Charlie. It's lethal. The NHS fearing they will struggle to treat you if you go out and indulge in a bit of festive spirit.
Well, nobody wants anybody to fall over and hurt themselves or what have you, but this all comes back to 2 years ago, at 5 o'clock every night, listening to Witty, Valance, Van Tam and Handjob or whatever. You know what I mean? It's all this bloody crap. And we gradually allow ourselves to be lectured. And we're quite comfortable with people telling us what to do. And if we keep going on like this, this will continue. I mean, we all know the ins and outs and the pros and cons of the NHS. We don't need to debate that anymore. I think that's blatantly obvious to anyone. And if you want to try and cover your arse by saying don't fall over because we won't be able to help you, that's a pretty pathetic excuse in my book. I don't want anyone to fall over. And, you know, I've been around many, many blocks, and I know what too much alcohol and too much anything else can do for you. We don't want that at all. But don't be lecturing us what we're going to do on Christmas Day.